Welcome back, fellow armchair generals, to this special episode of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8.6. This special episode is Organization Reorganization episode. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to title that, but that's what we're going to be doing here. We probably will roll the clock forward a bit, maybe an event or two to talk about, but really this is going to be focusing on getting things organized for the coming battle with Poland and quite possibly the Soviet Union and with France. One little thing I've just dropped in here is this unit, the OOB, in my opinion, is wrong, because this is the Poletsai division. They should have an infantry brigade here, a standard leg infantry brigade, because they drew, to the best of my remembering of reading about it in detail, the personnel were all police, but they were also, military reservist types. So that, or had gone through military service. So the artillerymen, they knew how to use an artillery piece just as well. And for the anti-tank guys, they knew how to do that. And they knew how to be basic soldiers. They weren't maybe highly skilled or highly trained, like I say, sort of reservist or, basic skill capabilities, maybe not trained up as well as a highly trained standard infantry division at this time. We do get updated OOBs on this, and it does become more of a Waffen-SS division as time goes on. But just saying is it's much weaker than it should be. But it should still, because they were practiced policemen, be able to do the internal security as well. So having a police unit there as part of it is fine. But that's okay. Let's see now. We have, where are they? Here's Group A and here's Group B. Well, let's send up here. There's Group A. Let's attach here's Group A to Oberkommando de Hesse, who's currently commanding it. Nobody, because see what's been happening is, and I just sort of let this ride, not necessarily a good thing to do, is various event OOBs have been firing and pulling off historical leaders. I believe Hadler was currently here. This time, or was it somebody else? Definitely not Lieb. Keitel, maybe it was Keitel. Hadler. He has a lot of supply production elements to it, which is good. So, if you sort of want to watch me, thank you for honking your horn right there. Whatever outside the window, blinds closed. If you want to wait or jump to the end of this, and sort of I'll give a review at the end if you like, and not have to watch all the intermediate parts. So I'm going to talk about this. I'll keep it from being silent, but we're going to be sort of examining this stuff in a little more detail than I would normally like. Now let's see. I'm going to click off and start Firefox here. I can never remember the the benefits for each level of command, what they're supposed to get. Okay, let's see. I'm going to the wiki. Yes, I'm going to the wiki. And no, I didn't pre-prep this. I don't remember exactly where it is. Here's some structure oriented. Somewhere I remember a I think I wrote it down or put it in a. I'm going to pause this. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I just got the thing. You have a nice handy sort of graphic that I know I saved somewhere, but I just have it up in here. Big thing is on these are what I forget is the theater commander reduces stacking penalty by 1% per leader skill. So up to, you know, what is it? Well, however many stars you have. You can go high, but so a few percentage there. That, well, if you're going to attack big overstacks like this, you know, that would help. But, and you do sometimes say if you're trying to take Gibraltar or something. But that's not that big of a thing, I don't think. Where you do get is Army Group Leader is decrease supply consumption by 5% per skill level. So a 3-star general, and I mean, well, 3 skill point level general, I should say, like this, 3 skill level, Adler here, will reduce supply consumption by 15% for all the units under its command. That's a big thing. That's a very big thing. And so that's very useful in an army group level. For the for the army level, it's increased organization by 1% per level. So that is also another big thing to, if you're going to throw on a your like 5 and higher skill point generals, right there at the army, that's really having that increased organization is really good. Okay, the core level is improved chance of a reserve division entering the combat per is what the skills do, which is good, because you want to get more units into the action. And at just a divisional level, the skill level increases combat efficiency by 5% per skill level. That's another big one. So those are sort of the big ones, in my opinion, or thing. Also, a trait. So logistics wizard, which is up 1 from, you know, just quartermaster, offensive general, whatever. But supply consumption down by 12%, but that is 12% at the divisional level if you put him in charge of a division, where if you put him in charge of a theater, it's only 6% of that. So, oh man, what's that, 1%, 10%, 5, it's not even, yeah, it's not even hardly a percent. So the supply, but it's spread out over the whole theater. So it, you know, it's a fraction of a percent spread out everywhere. Now, of course, you also have quartermaster, so that's 20%. So you stack both of those, so 30 some. So yeah, so you guys can maybe do math better and quicker than I can. But all of these, so all these traits are spread out a bit more. some traits are only like trickster, and generally the green ones were generally ones, and I don't know if including like old guard, that only affects the general itself, and that general has to be in battle. I don't know about any of the other mod added traits, if how they come out, but that was what it sort of is in the metals. So stacking penalty, that, yeah, let's remove him from here. No leader current. We're going to put Hadler in charge of the army, and we got to go down until we find him. He should be the right command level. There we go. Okay, now this will reduce supply consumption based on the star levels. So what do we have here? Modal, Manstein, Rommel. Don't know if we've seen the 7th Panzer Division. I'm going to look and go through it. I also don't want to give Rommel the 7th Panzer Division. What do we have here for ranks? Okay, those are all sucky people. He's pretty good. These Harris Group C. Rash now, he's okay. Okay, most of these armies are empty. Well, let's just grab all of these. And send them to our stack of mega stack of HQs. Dolman is not that good. Falconhurst is just okay. List. And hey, I'm not gonna blame you if you either change the channel or jump to the end of this to see my review, what I did. But one or two have already on this series sort of commented about wanting to see this. A reorganization episode, or I've commented about it in the past. Where's Browhitch? Is he up here somewhere? I don't remember sort of correctly. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. No, we're not going to leave him stuck in as a corps commander. He needs to be promoted. Okay. So, who are we going to replace this corps commander with? Monstein. That's a good choice. He'll get higher command soon. So, I think having Harris Group A, either von Brauhitch would be his a little better ranking there would do well. And we're going to put this here. And where's von Rundstedt? He is here. No. Why I thought he might be there, but that's Keitel. Oh, there we go. Here's the group sued. Well, we might just use, well, let's use that, isn't it? Let's use the other group. So he's going to be, with his 5 stars, Panzer leader, he's going to be our Panzer commander, if you will. Let's come over and look at Keitel. Okay, none of those got support commanders. That's been moved off. Still looking for a Harris Group B commander. Darien, not yet. Unheist, not yet. Opner could promote. Yeah. He shouldn't be leading that. Yeah, let's give that to Mo. Okay, so here's Group B. Where is he? Do that? This is the one I thought I'd push, whatever. For Corps Commander. Good. We'll start off with some of these already. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Get him. Okay. He's going to run the infantry corps down here. So, now, that's right, we need to. Let's look at some Rush now. Get him sent over here. list. Yes. He sucks. He's good, so we'll send him over here. We're going to demote, well, we're going to actually promote him, but he's not going to be there. We're going to leave here C alone for the moment. Okay, well, I don't see the 7th Panther Division anywhere. Put all of these guys into the 3rd Corps. These guys are going to join. Okay, that's the 17th. Yeah, I think I will. Oh, hold on, let me check. What's its speed? Okay, 7, 6, 6. So let's see if we combine them. That's a lot slower. At least one of these things said that they were motorized. Yeah. I want that to be faster. Okay, so. It's not depends on the commander. Who are we going to do? Dolman. Okay, we're finding very few good Panzer commanders at that rank currently. Yeah. I know this is exciting. What would be my next choice for leader here? On lead, on list. Do we promote up on Kleist? Yeah, I think that's what we do. We vote on Kleist, I believe. Get him up for Panzer Command. And we'll put Schreckenberg in charge of this. Of course, so you suck, so you're going to go away. Okay, so you get attached to There's Group Sud, so you're under von Rundstedt, who's under Adler, Guderian. Fifth Army? Yeah. Fifth Army. Fifth Army? It's a lot of mobile divisions, they're not armored. Here, modals. A little bit of armored stuff. Well, this is left over from the OOB that was removed. No leader for you, but we want you to not take up a command slot here. Attached, okay. Now we also want to bring down Liebstendart. Detach him. That Liebstendart was never really part of the SSVT headquarters. Your command. We'll bring you down here. You know you're not an armored unit. You are a highly motorized unit at this point. Okay, so 5th Army we'll attach them to 5th Army in Berlin. There we go. So we're going to see about on the clock for get some of the headquarters a little more in theater. It's easier to, at least for me, to a little bit of regular business. Air superiority tactics. We'll do interception. And SSHQs have advanced. Good. We'll stop that, but let's look up here at our infrastructure. Let's do this for supply. And single engine fighter prototype. That's very good. And that is grayed out. So let's do that. Get that going. Yes, SSHQs. That's a nice picture. I like that. What is nice about these, unlike, well, not entirely unlike, but not so great. These don't have very great suppression, but the SSHQs that we just got all have the SD units attached. This has the HQ itself has 2.6 levels of whatever of suppression, and that's 11 for the SD attached and 5 for the motorcycle unit. So these themselves, just themselves for occupation duties, are rather useful. So keep that in mind. And what are the Soviets going to do? We give them money for crude oil. I don't know. That much something. Okay, so now, well, let's now tactics, okay. Let's get on with these guys. No. I'll get over 5,000. And then ground cruise tree. Like energy? Sure. We can do that. Okay, fighter ground crew control. We'll let that continue. Okay, you're close enough, so we're going to attach you to there. Now, we'll use the First Army. Okay, well, let's see what sort of good level 3 infantry type command unit. Commander. Yeah, at least a level 3 here. Who gets promoted? Weiss. I really like the War Merit. They've sort of Ubered it up, in my opinion. Some of these medals are a bit naval and submarine attack, just because that can be used trait for some other, for the naval fields. But the surprise and chance, don't know if that for ground operations. Spotting definitely isn't. Attack speed is very good, but out of supply bonus is -15, so they don't do well out of supply, but they use 15% less supply, and that's really sort of cool. So we're gonna promote you up there. Now you guys here, you need a leader. There we go. Detach and attach to First Army there. And we can also detach and attach to the First Army. And so are you. That I think fills up the first. No, we still have one core left. So detach and attach to the First Army. And let's see, another core leader here. There we go. Okay, so that gets basically all of them organized up. Now, on instead, the 5th Army with, let's move you down here somewhere. And Bush. You're going to attach to Bush. And we'll attach it to the 14th. These are okay, straight infantry divisions. You'll get that option. Oops. Not that we don't need you, but we'll attach it there. We'll also go to is what I want to better? No. Oh, we're sort of missing him. Okay, he was sort of buried here, but we'll send him over here. No, guess we want one place, and that's 5th Army. Okay. Detach, 5th Army, 5th Army. Gotta try to remember these things. Is he all used up? Slot? No, there it is. Just gotta find it. It's basically nothing of the floor. Guderian. So that gets in armored formations. I'll show the Southern Infantry formations. Okay, so that's fairly well organized for there. Now over here. Keitel here, this is decreased supply by skill level. He's terrible at that, so we don't really want him out here in command of much anything. And I don't know if I have the patience to grind him up somewhere. So let's get rid of, well, these things are sort of bothersome. We will leave him there. And we'll just use group C. Harris group C. Okay. There. And there's group C. And that's, we've got a leader for here yet. Okay, we'll promote him out of the zone. Now, I think we're going to go bounty trip. So, now this guy, he's going to get, what's his command unit? All of these wizards. Oh, at least 5 of the wizards. Yes. There we go. Well, that's somewhat better organized there. Just touch that and touch there. A little bit. For the moment, I'm going to be leaving the super railway guns as independent. Well, not stack them with anything. I may connect them to an HQ at some point here, but I'm not planning major assaults across the Maginot line. They're just there mostly for defensive purposes. I think let's take a quick look here. Okay, fort defense they have it's plus 70%. Now their fort attack is plus 200, so that's really great if you're going on offensive against the fort. Amphibious attack, obviously they're stupid to even consider using. But you can also, if any of the provinces are urban, don't know that any of them are right up here on the border, We also help on defense there a bit too, which can stack if it's fortified in that. So we have that, so that works out fairly well. So let's get, well, let's go at least a level 3 guy. Okay, we could do that. So, the 7th Army we have there. So these are our, sort of stating the obvious, of course. Okay, and so this is where we'll sort of review the episode. We've got up here 5 corps, each of 5 divisions. I like using the 5 divisions. I know that isn't necessarily always historical here, because often they're like this with various 2 or 3, well, rarely 2, but 3 or maybe 4 divisions, sometimes more than 5. But 5 is the max you can have. And the reason I like using that is it, if all these are in combat, it will help grind up the higher ranking generals, like Corps General here, quicker. So if I only had 3 divisions under him fighting, it would be a slower rise for him. And so you can see here with Guantoma is continuing to command a really sort of conf groupy unit here. Because it has a conf group, it has its own sort of combined arms, but I also did stick in an HQ. I'm not sure if that actually helps. It may actually slightly hurt it. I don't know. But it has really good armor penetration here, piercing with 26 for the heavy AA guns. Commando unit, sort of a commando engineering unit, motorized battalion, and of course the comp group itself. So it's really sort of for divisional strength here, but sort of combined arms specialty. And so you can see currently what our forces look like, and then another panzer unit here, motorized infantry with there. So we got that organized up, and the rest of our infantry here. That's some more armored and motorized. So I think between all of these units, we are in a good case to take on Poland very effectively. Let's move. No, let's move you up to there just to, so we hit for more provinces than just one. No, instead we'll move that there. So I'm absolutely sure that I can take Poland with this force that's on the east. I think I could probably take it with half the units here, because all these panzer units are just going to cut through the Polish forces, I think, incredibly fast. Now, I also think here we've got more than enough to hold the Maginot line. So I think that is safe here. When we get to the point of taking out some of these other countries, we can shift some forces. Still have this, couple of remainder units. Get ready for Denmark and Norway. So I'm sure I can shift the great bulk of this force, particularly of course the mobile divisions, west and take out, Paris and the Low Countries. I think that'll work just fine. What I'm not sure about is what would happen if we continued on to Moscow. Now, I've taken the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact. or Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, however you want to say it, decision, and I think will have a chance to break it. So my current thought is make several saves as we go through Poland and take Poland, and then have a save hopefully just before honoring or dishonoring the pact. And then I want to see what it's dishonor the pact, and then move to the far border of Poland along here. And see what a Soviet invasion of the Soviet Union would be like at that stage. It might be the main continuation of the game, but I sort of suspect things might not go so well. That's what I suspect. I don't know. So we'll have to see about that. If things don't go so well, we'll have a save at least shortly, hopefully before the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and honor it, and then do the conventional thing and go after France next, and then I'll plan just an invasion of Yugoslavia to get that, and then help Italy in the Mediterranean. And then we'll see from going from there. I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. I do appreciate that. And of course, please post your comments, suggestions, ideas. Maybe I missed something in organizing up these units. I know it isn't perfectly done, but it's good enough for the moment. But if you've got some ideas, love hearing them. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.